Let me tell you a little story, kid. Back in my day, we struggled a lot. And it wasn't some of this soft shit you kids talk about in therapy. No made up bullshit like your daddy issues or mommy tissues or whatever the fuck. We've been through some shit. We walked so your ass could run. And the most difficult thing we had to do was fight our own bodies. Oh, to forget the kind of diseases we've been through. Cancer. We lost. Tuberculosis. We won. The plague. I'm not really sure. Yeah, but what about heart diseases? What about the good old heart attack? The myocardial infarction. I know this might come across as a surprise, but heart attack is a bad thing. Frankly, it's something that you'd want to stay away from. If heart attack was a man, I'd whip out the blicky and shoot him. Boom. Get out of here. But what happened is that I fully depressed the clutch pedal with my left foot, then proceeded to turn the key, insert it into the ignition to start the engine of my brain, and got to thinking, which video game character is most likely to have a heart attack? In order to answer this question, we would want to know what increases the risk of someone having a heart attack, but look no further, here's a goddamn list. What we're focusing on this list is the first two risk factors for heart attacks: high blood pressure and high cholesterol. You might ask me why, and I'll tell you why. Those two are frequent byproducts of stress, and given that video game characters are always on some sort of adventure, and adventures are high-stress situations, then the ones who are under the highest amounts of stress are most likely to have a heart attack. It's simple math, honey. The nominees for those who are most likely to die unexpectedly of stress are the following: Tommy Vercetti from GTA Vercetti, Mario from Super Mario Sunshine, Link from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Steve from Minecraft. We're given a rating to each of those protagonists' adventures, referring to how stressful it was, to decide at the end which of them wears the crown of the most stressful life. Starting with Mario from Super Mario Sunshine.
Okie dokie.
I really don't know how does this guy do it. All of his adventures are him saving Princess Peach from unrequited love. If you really think about it, he's saving Bowser from unrequited love. But this dude and his big-ass mustache have no business being this kind to Peach, and leaving his day job as a plumber time and time again to literally get friend-zoned at the end, after saving her from the same weirdo endlessly. And now in Sunshine, he gets framed for crimes he didn't commit, he gets imprisoned, and then sentenced to clean the mess that his imposter made just to get to Peach. And then she gets kidnapped again, and he goes to save her again from the same unemployed piece of shit after she puts him through so much crap, and after being a janitor for the entire island. He's just like me, to be honest. But no, this plumber has feelings, and she can't keep playing with him. This is too much load. I'll admire him, man. I give that man a stress he has to go through a B+. You'll probably think my verdict on Tommy Vercetti is weird. So hear me out. Tommy Vercetti starts off as your run-of-the-mill crime family member who just got out of prison. But throughout the events of the game, and after going through trials and tribulations, he works his way up the crime corporate ladder to become the undisputed kingpin of Vice City. But it's not as easy as it sounds. Reaching this position took sacrifices. It took getting ambushed during a drug deal and losing all his money and drugs. It took answering to a boss who claimed him responsible for losing that money. It took teaming up with shady people. It took networking and taking over local businesses. And last but not least, it took getting backstabbed by his own boss. Yaini. Now I'm saying my verdict is weird because I don't think that Tommy was that stressed, to be honest. Before the events of the game, he spent 15 years in jail for doing a bunch of heinous shit. And right after he got out, he's back in business doing another drug deal. I don't think he minds the work environment. Matter of fact, I think he likes it. And given that he spent 15 years in jail, he has most likely gotten used to the day-to-day stresses of the job. So I don't think his little side quest of being the kingpin of Vice City was that stressful. I give it a C. Link is a little bit similar to Mario, in the sense that he's also saving a girl from a bad guy. But at least with Link, he has some grand motive. Yes, he's saving Zelda from Ganon, but he's also saving the world from Ganon, so he's not a total simp. And that fact alone is what deems his adventure the most stressful out of the three that we just mentioned. If we count all canon games, then Link would have saved Hyrule and the entire world about 17 times. Then he threw in the towel and went into deep slumber. To then be woken up again years later and be forced to save Hyrule again and forced to save the same bitch again after he did it again and again and again and again. What kind of bullshit is this? I give that man a stress he has to go through an A. And that leaves us with Steve I love Steve. I want you to imagine a hypothetical scenario with me real quick. Just level with me and use your imagination. Imagine existing without your permission and be programmed within a certain set of rules that you should follow or you'll die. You need certain resources to build shelter. You need certain resources to feed yourself. You need certain resources to defend yourself. And then be thrown into an arbitrary world with all kinds of monsters and environmental hazards, with no telling if any of the resources mandatory to your existence is available anywhere near you. You could be lucky and spawn in a jungle biome and have all the wood necessary to build shelter and animals that you could consume and live and be far away from anywhere near monsters. Or you could be among the unlucky bunch and spawn in the middle of a desert biome with nothing but sand as far as the eye could see and nothing but monsters as long as your powerlessness exists. You get no manual, you get no tutorial, and you get no help, and you only have one try at it. Well, that's not actually true. You don't have to play hardcore Minecraft. I just said it for the dramatic effect. Oh, that was the life of Steve. God bless you, Steve. I give the amount of stress he has to go through and another A. Now, after giving all of them ratings, we can see that 2 of them landed the same rating, which means that we don't have a winner. And how are we going to fix that? With a final showdown. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your host Ridurigurihu. Today we have a very interesting fight ahead of us, the kind of which you don't see every day. The crowd is crazy, the spirits are high, and the stakes are even higher. Our contestants today are not solely fighting for the sake of sportsmanship. No, they're fighting for the title of SOHM. Stressed Out of His Mind has been an annual title given to those who could prove themselves in sportsmanlike conduct. Our contestants today are 2 of the most beloved, 2 of the most respected, 2 of the most feared human beings. Leaving the land of Hyrule and the evil reign of Ganon, we have Link from the one and only Legend of Zelda. On the other side, we have our representative for the community of villagers, our defender against iron golems, our most skilled diamond miner. It's Steve from the renowned world of Minecraft. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would be so kind and allow me to give you a nickel's worth of advice, I would encourage you to get some snacks. I would ask you kindly to sit comfortably and enjoy the show. I would love it for you to forget your worries and watch the show with a clear head and a full stomach. This is Link versus Steve, and may the better fighter win. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our winner. It's Steve from Minecraft. The villagers couldn't be more proud, the golems couldn't be more defeated, and the diamonds couldn't be more mined. Let's hear it for Steve for being the video game character who is most likely to have a heart attack. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had fun, because I sure did. If you enjoyed the video, I'd encourage you to subscribe and press that bell to not miss any future similar content. And while you're at it, why not drop a comment? Tell me what you thought of this video. I reply to every comment, and it would really help me and the video. I've been trying a new approach with my videos, and it's the one that makes the most sense to me, kinda. I'm trying less to make my videos well made, but more entertaining, kinda, if that makes any sense, because I think that's where I make the highest quality kinda content. But that's where I excel at making content. It's making the video entertaining rather than, I don't know, being well made, if that makes any goddamn sense to you. But yeah, I hope this video reaches people, and if it does, be sure to say this video reached me and I like it, if you like it. If you don't like it, you could just say I don't like it, I don't mind it. Any criticism is accepted and appreciated on this goddamn channel. Don't hesitate to tell me you suck if I suck. I don't take it personally, or at least I try. I do take some things personally, but if it makes sense, then it makes sense. If I don't make sense, then don't worry about it. See you in the next one.